There was a time, before streaming, before smartphones, before entertainment became endless and instant, when movies felt rare. And because they were rare, they felt enormous. You didn't just watch them, you experienced them. For a few hours, the world seemed bigger than it really was. Some films didn't just tell stories. They expanded our imagination. They made distant places feel reachable. Danger feel survivable. Magic feel possible. And childhood feel almost limitless. Jurassic Park, 1993. Before this film, dinosaurs belonged to museums and textbooks. Then suddenly, they breathed. They moved. They hunted. For many kids, this was the first time imagination collided with realism. The ground shaking, the water rippling, the first glimpse of something impossibly alive. It didn't feel like watching a movie. It felt like witnessing the impossible. Afterward, the world felt older and far more mysterious than we had ever imagined. E.T. the Extraterrestrial, 1982. This wasn't just a story about an alien. It was a story about friendship, loneliness, and the quiet belief that we might not be alone. Children understood Elliot. Adults understood the heartbreak. And everyone understood the feeling of looking up at the night sky and wondering. For many, this film transformed the stars from distant lights into possibilities. The universe suddenly felt closer and much larger. The Lion King, 1994. Few childhood films spoke about life as honestly as this one. Loss, responsibility, growth, big ideas, delivered through unforgettable music and color. The African savanna stretched endlessly across the screen, wide, untamed, alive. It suggested that the world was vast, and that somewhere within it, there was a place waiting for each of us. Even very young viewers felt it. Life was an adventure still unfolding. Back to the Future, 1985. Time travel had never felt so accessible. A car, a lightning strike, 88 miles per hour. Suddenly the past and the future felt within reach. It sparked a powerful childhood question. What if I could go back? What would I change? For many kids, it was the first time they considered how their choices might shape tomorrow. The timeline no longer felt fixed. The future felt open, limitless. Jaws, 1975. Long before many children even saw the full film, they felt its presence. The music alone could empty a swimming pool. What made it powerful wasn't just fear. It was awareness. After Jaws, the ocean stopped feeling like a simple vacation backdrop. It became deep, unpredictable, alive. Kids who watched it didn't just see a shark. They sensed how little humans truly control. And suddenly, the natural world felt much bigger than we were. Star Wars, 1977. For countless children, this was the moment the universe exploded outward. Planets, starships, galaxies beyond counting. Adventure was no longer limited to Earth. Good versus evil played out on a cosmic stage. And somewhere in that story was a quiet reassurance. Even ordinary people could change the fate of something enormous. After Star Wars, looking up at the night sky felt different. Space no longer seemed empty. It felt alive with stories waiting to happen. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, 2001. By the time this film arrived, many believed the age of pure movie magic had passed. Then audiences stepped into Hogwarts. Moving staircases, floating candles, hidden worlds existing just out of sight. It reignited a timeless childhood hope. What if the ordinary world wasn't the only one? What if wonder was simply hidden, waiting to be discovered? For an entire generation, it suggested something comforting. Magic might exist, even if we couldn't see it yet. Movies like these did more than entertain. They stretched the boundaries of what childhood felt like. They made bedrooms feel like command centers. Backyards feel like prehistoric landscapes. Swimming pools feel like open ocean. Night skies feel infinite. For a few hours, we weren't just spectators. We were explorers. What made these films unforgettable wasn't only technology or storytelling. It was timing. Childhood is the one period of life when imagination runs unchecked, when the line between fiction and possibility still feels thin. And the movies we encounter during those years don't just pass through us. They help shape the size of our inner world. Today, content is everywhere. Endless. Immediate. But rarity created gravity. When you waited months to see a film, when trailers played only in theaters, when rewinding a VHS was part of the ritual, the experience carried weight. Anticipation made the stories feel larger. And somehow, so did the future. Most of us don't remember every detail of these films, but we remember how they made us feel. Curious, brave, small in a thrilling way, aware that the world held more than we could currently see. And maybe that was their greatest gift. They didn't just show us bigger worlds. They quietly encouraged us to imagine bigger lives. Even now, years later, hearing a single piece of music or catching a familiar scene can transport us instantly back to that feeling, that sense that everything was still possible, that adventure was just beginning, that the horizon stretched farther than we could measure. Movies didn't just make childhood entertaining, they made it expansive. And perhaps that's why we return to them again and again. Not just to remember the stories, but to reconnect with the version of ourselves who believed the world was enormous and couldn't wait to explore it. Some movies don't just stay with us. They remind us how big life once felt.